Good morning YouTube. Today I am at Tomato Lake and you're probably wondering, why is it called Tomato Lake? Well, it's a very good question. There's a few different theories out there why it could be called Tomato Lake, but one is that I know of is that it used to be called Craig's Swamp or Craig's Lake, and in the summertime they were able to grow tomatoes there. Today, let's have a look at the weather. Not too bad. Managed to come out here with a little bit of break in the rain, so going to do a walk around of Lake Tomato, and I'm not sure if there's any tomatoes here, but I will keep an eye out for them. But this looks like a very lovely lake, and it's situated in the suburb of Belmont, which is in Perth, as you know, where I live. So today I'm going to do a bit of a walk around and show you guys Lake Tomato in Belmont. Alrighty, let's get going. Boom. Okay, so directly in front of me there is a sign that says, have you had your 2 and 5 today? That means, have you had your 2 fruit and 5 vegetables? There's a 200-meter sign there, but I'm not sure what actually that is in reference to. And over there you can see is the lake, and it's looking very beautiful, calm, tranquil. Whoop, a little bit of a spider's web there. Yeah, the water is maybe, how many meters would that be? 1, 2, 3, maybe 3.5 meters away from me. So I'm very close to the water, which is kind of cool. Helps you just feel a lot closer to the environment, to the lake, Tomato Lake. So this is quite a nice little lake, nestled right in suburbia. So I think it's gonna rain very soon. So I've got my umbrella with me, which is a good thing. But I did have a you know, honcho, hoodie, whatever you call those things to put, but I failed to bring it with me today. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. Am I going to hold an umbrella if it rains? Am I just going to get wet? What's the best choice? I'm not sure. Also, they seem to have like a very nice little walkway, boardwalk, which takes you out to the viewing of the lake. And I must admit, it looks very similar to the one at Lake Claremont, which is just behind me a little bit. So we're going to head out there and check it out and have a look. Alright, so I've zoomed in the best I can for you, 1.4 times, and I'm not 100% sure on the name of the birds, but you can probably hear them going off at the moment. Living in Australia for so long, I really should know the name of this bird. You see them at different parks and whatnot around Perth, but honestly, I've never seen this many together at one time. I'm sure there must be a sign around here that actually tells you what these birds are. But I'm gonna leave it on 1.4 times zoom, so that way we can get in a little bit closer and check out these birds. Alright, I'll just be quiet so you can enjoy the sounds. Absolutely beautiful. Probably not the cleanest of water to kind of go swimming in, going for a dip, looking for fish or whatnot. That's why they've got the appropriate health warnings there. But very nice, serene, tranquil, calm, lovely here today. And yet again, all this inside suburbia, Perth. So Belmont's probably, let me think off the top of my head. If I had to drive to Perth Central Business District, it would probably take maybe 20 minutes if traffic's going pretty good. Alright, there's a few cool little birds there. I'm going to see if I can get up a little bit closer to them, but they look like they're pretty shy. So maybe if I try and get up to it close. This one's a bit of a darker colored bird. Hello! Hello! Oh, you're going for a swim. Oh, she's off. There they go. Oh, they're festering about something. It's a little bit murky here, but we'll go up and have a look. Appears to be some sort of mushroom growing there. I'm going to see if my plant identifier app can actually bring that up and let me know what that is. Yes. Very cool looking mushroom. And then you can see there's one here which is like wedged right in between the tree. Very cool. And yet again, as you may remember from the lightning swamp video, our favorite paper bark just peels right off. Very cool. You can tell it's been raining a lot because this here is just wet, 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 wet. And then in the water here, you can see sort of that green sludgy slime there. I'm not too sure what that's all about. Maybe a bit of algae, or if anyone knows, you could comment in this below what's that all about. But actually it does make for a very cool looking color, but probably not the most healthiest of environments probably to swim in. But with such a heavy bird population, it's probably not helping too much with. So basically here I am at Tomato Lake, getting right into the action with the birds as close as I can. So it's very cool here. I'm actually having a very good time. I'm quite enjoying myself here today. It's, you know, good atmosphere here. It's not overcrowded, quiet. This is a very good lake actually. I highly recommend it. So Tomato Lake in Belmont if you're staying in Perth sometime. So you should definitely check it out. If you like birds and wildlife, it seems to be a pretty cool place to go. You know, it's been an interesting week lately, so just freshly finished staying at the Duxton Hotel with Mum and Dad. So I managed to get a couple of good videos out of that, which is kind of cool. So one being a hotel room tour, basically, and a review by Mum. And then also there's a video of Dad and I going down to Elizabeth Quay. So as I'm currently filming this, I haven't actually edited it because I've been quite busy this week. But once I've finished shooting for today, my next task for today will be to go home and actually edit the Elizabeth Quay video. And then I can edit this video, so it's always fun. It's fun editing these GoPro videos. So on a program called CapCut, it's actually free to use, and I can upload it into 4K definition, so most of the footage looks relatively pretty good, especially outdoors. Like, yeah, a lot of the good footage just comes from being outdoors. So I had a bit of trouble filming inside, especially with the lighting. I think I needed to change it from 50 Hertz to 60 Hertz, but the setting was inaccessible for me in the GoPro, unfortunately. But these things happen. This morning I had a dentist appointment. It was just a checkup, a scale and clean, So the dentist at Bentley Plaza Dental Clinic, Dr. Shatana. I think I've said that right. Bentley Plaza Dental Clinic, yeah. Lovely dentist, looked after my teeth. So she's been looking after my teeth for years. And I think the gap payment was about $50 or $60. And the receptionist said to her, oh, the dentist said, oh, don't worry about Darren paying the gap payment. I said, oh my God, that's so kind of her. And she said it was like a 40th birthday present. Yes! I thought that was really, really nice of the dentist to actually, you know, give me that discount. Ended up just having to pay for the toothpaste, which I probably needed. And yeah, so if you need a good dentist, I can recommend Bentley Plaza Dental Clinic, Dr. Shatana. She's a very great dentist. Well, back to the lake. It's not looking in the best condition, is it? Okay, so the GoPro, as it has a tendency to, has decided to play up a little bit, and I'll just have to tell my story again. So, as I was saying, it's starting to rain, and I was in the city the other day, and I managed to purchase a brand new jumper. So, I got to Kmart maybe about 6:56 p.m. the other day. So, and as I was going into the Kmart store, the security guard pulls me aside and says, hey, well, you shut in 4 minutes. I'm thinking, what? You close at 9 o'clock. Since when does Kmart close at 7 o'clock during the week? So I think this was like maybe on a Tuesday, Wednesday evening maybe. So anyhow, I managed to grab this awesome jumper, and now I have a brand new jumper, which you all just wanted to know, of course. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that. So I caught the train into the city to get a jumper and a few other clothing items. So I literally had 4 minutes, only 4 minutes to kind of go shopping in there, which isn't enough time to grab any clothes really. But I did my best to quickly have a look, and I'm surprised they even let me in with 4 minutes. Most would say sorry you can't, but hey, I had 4 minutes. Gonna make the most of those 4 minutes, so that's why I've got this awesome little jumper. So that's the story behind that. But I'm not sure if the closing time of 7 o'clock applies to all Kmart stores, and yeah, but I was a bit annoyed at it actually, because yeah, for people that work late, say if they finish 5, 6 o'clock, you know, it's good that Kmart's open till 9 o'clock if they want to go in there and kind of, you know, do the shopping, because Kmart's great store. It has all the, you know, household sort of equipment, cooking appliances and whatnot. So yeah, and all your clothing, underwear, blah 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 blah. You get the drift of it. So yeah, just gonna be a bit mindful here. It seems to be, yeah, very slippery sort of surface below, so one must take caution. But I have good shoes on today, being my Nikes, Nike Epic Reacts. They got pretty good grip on them, I'll show you actually, because you all just wanted to have a look and see my shoes, didn't you? So the walk appears to sort of go for a little bit of a twist around at the moment. So the camera is filming, which is good. So I was a bit upset. It kind of cut out for a minute. It hasn't done that actually for quite a while now. So yeah, it did it again, but GoPro 11 seems to have a mind of its own. But it's got me thinking, a GoPro 12 will be out sometime, I believe, in September. Do I want to buy one? I'm thinking about it, definitely thinking about it. But at the same time, do I really need a GoPro 12 if I just bought a GoPro 11? So that's another good question as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one really. Does the job. It's got great stability control. so you know, you don't get a lot of the shaking, boom 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 boom, up and down, and no one really wants to see that when you're watching a video on YouTube. There's nothing more annoying than it. So that's why I try and keep the camera as steady as I can for you when I'm out here walking, going and exploring on these little lake tours or whatnot through the streets. There's a nice little twist on the path here. Very, very cool. So I'm literally talking with my mouth on top of the GoPro so it can pick up my voice and not have it muffled, because I've got it on front microphone and not back microphone, I think. So because I got the media mod on, and you always hear me complaining about that, but that's just part of life really, isn't it? So this way you can see the very beautiful lake. Well, it depends in what way you mean with beautiful lake. If you enjoy the visuals of green murky water in Lake Tomato, then it's very beautiful. There's a nice little duck over there. Yeah, I just need to draw a breath really, don't I? I always get very excited and happy when I'm taking you guys out for these sort of walks down by the river. So it's sprinkling just a tiny little bit. No need to bring out the umbrella just yet, I'd say. But it's there, ready if I need it. And also I may have failed to mention that there's actually a coffee shop located at Tomato Lake. So I'm possibly thinking about having a coffee while I'm here. What do you think? Should I get a coffee? I had one this morning, but I wonder if they have caramel cappuccinos. You all know how much I love that caramel cappuccino. Oh yeah, beautiful day. Relatively beautiful day out here. So nice to have the weekend off as usual and just get out and go exploring. Well, appears to be a bit of water on the camera. Bear with, I'm gonna see if I can get it off. Apologies about that. Hopefully it doesn't affect the quality of the filming, but I guess if we're outside in the rain, it's bound to hit the camera, isn't it? So lakes are that way a bit, but we're twisting down the path. And out there, out that way, is the suburb of Belmont. A few more interesting looking houses and apartments out that way. Yeah, just across the road, some houses. The Belmont shopping centre also isn't too far away. Got a fellow jogging across the road. Overall, appears to be pretty quiet today. Just trying to figure out what is on my camera. There appears to be some strange stain. Sorry about all the shaky camera work, but I don't recall ever seeing it before. Maybe it's just a bit more visual at the moment. Walking. I actually don't like this side of the lake too much because it picks up the sound of the automobiles across the road. So here we have another.
I started working for Stephen Craig in the month of October 1910 on the poultry farm. Craig was a shrewd man, gave nothing away. He belonged to the Northern Ireland. By the end of 1910, green feed for the poultry was getting scarce. So me and Craig and Harry Jeffries went down to the
Well, that was pretty random. Yeah, it was sort of like an info board which starts talking about the lake as you walk past it. So that's very cool. It's like just picks up the sound as you walk by and starts telling a story. Tomato Lake. On the lookout for tomatoes. I know you're looking for them, I'm looking for them as well. There's like appears to be a strange bubbling in the water behind me, so we're gonna go have a closer look at that. Yeah, so that appears to be a little bit of the bubbling. I'm not sure what it is, but it's kind of very cool and interesting. So over to my right, got some people hitting the basketball court. Over to the left here, some pretty cool gym equipment. So we'll go up and have a look at that. Yeah, I almost don't need a gym membership to come here. This one here appears to be the butterfly press. It's got some instructions on here how to use the machine. This one is a quad extension. And over here, good old shoulder press. This literally just goes up. I'd give an example, but I haven't really got anything to put the camera on. What else we got here? We got a leg lift dip bar, looking very cool. A few different exercises doing that. And the good old parallel bars where you can just traipse along onto them. This one here is very popular, and I know that the aerobic walker, very, very popular. This is almost like the elliptical machine that I use at the gym. So this would be quite good. So I think it's really brilliant that they've actually got this exercise equipment out here. So it's free for use, you don't have to pay to use it, and basically anyone can use it. So you got sort of the monkey bar setup there for not only just kids, but adults as well. And if you look a bit further in front, we've got a whole list of different exercises that you can do here. So you work the abdominals, you can work the back area. It shows you how to use the triceps. Just keep going down, 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 and it's got examples of it. So yeah, basically this is Tomato Lake. Very beautiful lake. Oh, I hope you've enjoyed today's walk around the lake as much as I have. And just in the distance over there is the cafe. So that's where I will be heading to go grab a coffee, I think. To have a little bit of a chill out, and then yeah, head back home, I think, after this. So there's been a nice little walk around here. Very beautiful day so far. Just a few sprinkles of rain. Nothing too tremendous to have to cope with. But hey, it's winter. It's gonna rain. So
I know, we have to start. Oh, see, what's this?
I have my caramel cappuccino. So very happy chappy sitting at Tomato Lake, enjoying the surroundings, enjoying my caramel cappuccino. Not too bad, but honestly I think I make a better caramel cappuccino. Just being a little bit critical, but not too bad, drinkable. But I'm a connoisseur when it comes to caramel cappuccinos. Got the lake right behind me. So a few families out here and whatnot. Very lovely Saturday today. So see you later.